Today, I'm gonna teach you how to dance. I'm gonna teach you how to X-step the right way. It begins in what I call the left side frame. The left side frame is an extremely simple drill that gets you balanced on the ball of your back foot and allows you to harness your understanding of gravity to fall to the right, to catch your weight, to produce a perfect lateral X-step. That creates the anchor point for the rest of the biomechanics. I have been practicing this position for a while now. I spent the whole winter doing it, and the fall, and the spring. Everywhere I went, I got into this position. And it's so stable now, I feel like I could dance fully. It's also mobile. It's linked through the instep of my left foot to my stride, perfectly in balance. If you're striding out of balance when you try to add momentum, you don't trust yourself. You're not in balance. You can't even really move properly. You'll be constantly counterweighting your center of mass, like a child who's been shoved over. My form looked like that for most of the time that I played disc golf, until I arrived at the method. If only I had known this on day one in 2004, how to X-step properly. I'm back in this ballerina frame again, you can see it. And my center of mass is straight down through the ground. And I'm gonna hold it as steady as I possibly can while I look at the camera. And I'm just being quiet, and I'm standing here. If you were to take a snapshot of pro form during the X-step, in many, many, many of the best players, they look exactly like this. But it's only for an instant, because they're doing something that is integral to understanding how to add momentum to your backhand form, how to X-step properly. They're falling to the right. I'm here again. My weight is balanced through my left foot. My right foot, you can see, is down on the ground, and it's holding about 3% of my body weight, maybe a touch more. And I fall to the right, and I catch myself. And I stand back up. And you're gonna tip to the right and catch yourself. But here's the thing. When I show this to people, I see the same thing happen over and over and over again. I see them reach out, and their mind thinks, control the stride to turn to the right. Control the dominant side of the body to turn to the right. We know where that leads. Where does the dominant side of the body lead? It leads to oblivion for your backhand. The natural fall will catch yourself, and your center of mass will remain directly in the center. The way you know how to do it is all around you. It's gravity. You've been training in a gravitational field ever since you could lift yourself off the ground. Gravity is your aid in this. It's your aid in so many of the things that the human body does, because we train how to move in gravity. So I'm gonna start moving around a little bit. I've gone from the metronomic fall to the right. This to a little bit of mobility. But there's a reason why I can be so springy and light on my feet, mobile like a dancer, the way that these are moving together. This mobility is the X-step. And I got there because I began to trust falling to the right. If you want to fall to the right, it requires you to keep pressure with the ground, with the instep of the left foot. When you push down into the ground in this left-sided frame and you fall, the last thing you'll feel is pressure on the inside of your back foot. Feel that pressure. Look for it. Lean into it a little bit, and you'll feel that you can actually use that itty-bitty amount of pressure to control how slow you fall. You can tilt the axis slower and slower and slower. I'm controlling it with the inside of my foot. Once you can do that, you can aim the mobility. You can add in the other footwork for one. But even from there, you can start bombing for real. I'm controlling my weight so carefully from the left side frame that I have full agency over where I'm firing the energetic wave that is the gun of the backhand. Floating this way. All of this is linked to that central intention, falling to the right from a point of perfect stability on the left side and catching yourself. Think about landing on the ball of the foot. How does your foot need to move to land on the ball of the foot? You won't do this anymore. This doesn't land on the ball of the foot. This lands on the heel, and the heel is spinning stability for the old form. When you fall on the ball of the foot, think of it as loading a bow and creating a slight diagonal with the foot that's aimed at the target. This is your target line as you fall down into it and spring back up like a panther. You can practice this intention, creating this piston, and look for where you feel most explosive. That's what your X step looks like for your leg and your mass and your force production. And of course, it'll change as you learn to go harder. That form right there, that digginess, that strength in the ground, I got to over the last roughly 9 months using a bunch of stuff that I've incrementally learned as I've added momentum to my throw. It begins in the left side frame, like a ballerina. That is how to properly X-step. So now that I've shown you how to harness gravity and stand in the left side frame, about how to X-step properly, I'm going to show you how it melds together with the other main topic of how to X-step properly, which is called the pesky back foot. How it melds with the pesky back foot to produce lateral energy. Look at that. Dead on looking at you while my whole body roils underneath me. It's crazy, and everything is in perfect position. Look at this, still. I just hold time. Dynamic balance. Left arm activated. Head dead centered. Power pocket formed organically because my brain understands the leverage of my arm and understands where the bullet's happening, which is right here for my brain. You just got to trust balance positions, add gravity, and you'll be able to add so much momentum to your throw. How's that?
Love it.